Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. I actually just finished a live recording and it kind of sucks because the program crashed and I lost all of it. So I kind of have to do it all over again. I was going to go through all the bases and whatnot as we were kind of browsing through and kind of letting you guys know like how I decide whether to attack and where to attack from, and kind of like my general sense for how I farm. But it wasn't much of a I guess live raid anyways, just because A, it made me a little nervous, and B, I found uh, the base I wanted to attack on the first click. So anyways, just taking a look at my base, most of the stuff here is done. Four out of the archer towers are already maxed level 13. I have one that's going to level to 13 in a couple days, and the other one is going to be 13 in 5 days, so I only have one archer tower left. That last raid that I got actually got me to the amount of loot that I needed, so we'll go ahead and just get that started upgrading here, because I actually forgot to do that at the end of the last video. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and do a live raid, and then I'll show you guys the raid that I was doing last time. Before we go, we just want to make sure we have all our troops ready. I use the same combo pretty much every time, especially if my heroes are up. So we use 16 giants, 10 wallbreakers, 20 wizards, 2 golems, and then in the client castle we'll have a golem, wiz, and archer, along with a poison spell. The spells I'll use for myself are 1 rage, 2 freeze, 5 earthquakes, and obviously both heroes. This is what I pack into each barrack, I guess. So 5 wiz, 5 giants, and 2 wall breakers, and I'll have that in the first 3. For the last one, I'll have 5 wiz, 1 giant, and 4 wall breakers. The golems, I will do 1 in each, and I usually have them rolling, so I can donate them to clan mates if I need to, just because the total time for spells in here is about an hour and a half, so it gives me 2 extra golems that I can use for donations if I need to. For spells, I always put the rage first, because if we're attacking Town Hall 9s, we tend to only use 1 rage, and we don't use the freeze spells. So after you use 1 spell, you want the rage to kind of drop in, and then you can cancel the freezes once you get back into your home base, and load it up with a rage and 2 freezes again. And earthquakes, I load up 5 just to have them ready. Again, we can use those for donations if needed. So let's go ahead and get started with the live raid. So generally with these, first thing I'm looking for is a decent amount of loot. Anything in the 200s, for the most part, I won't go for unless it's a super easy base for some reason. Generally, I'll look to make sure the heroes are down as well. This looks like a decent base. I can't hit both inferno towers with the freeze. There's a lot of defenses in the middle, and there's a strong chance that they might go all the way around rather than funneling in towards the middle, which might be a bit of a concern, but I don't know. The heroes are down. I can get to the town hall there. If I drop one of the golems there, he can take out those defenses, and then if I drop another golem there, he'll take out those defenses. Then I can drop everybody else right here, break down the walls going into here, and they should be able to kind of get through the rest of this area without too much trouble, I'm hoping. Actually, I think this might be a decent choice to be able to get just a lot of gold in general. And plus, the Inferno Towers aren't high level. He probably has Teslas right there, which we can freeze at the same time. So it's a decent base. Since the heroes are down and whatnot, I think we'll just go ahead and give this a shot. So we'll go ahead and do 1 golem right about here. We use wall breakers to get him through. Once he's through and he has the attention of that wizard tower, we'll drop 3 or 4 wizards. Do the same thing on the other side. We'll go ahead and break through, and then we will kind of make our way in here. 4 quakes there, and then we'll go ahead and drop a poison spell on those guys. I'm going to drop the giants in just to get them towards the inferno towers, and then the wizards right behind them. Unfortunately, going around. So we'll drop our first freeze just to stop the inferno tower. I'll go ahead and drop my second one actually now, just because those guys are taking some damage from the second inferno tower. They go ahead and take out the first one. They haven't taken out the second one yet, and unfortunately it's killing some of my wizards, but the rest of these guys are making their way through, so it's not too bad right now. Getting a little sloppy here. I was looking around to see where I could deploy the rest of my troops, and my king almost died. But luckily he used his ability in time. The queen's going to have to pop her ability to get away from that. Oh boy. Let's get away from that cannon, but unfortunately she kind of wandered back down. So we ended up getting the town hall. We got 3 of the storages. We got is there anywhere to drop my last wizard? Probably down here is going to be best. So we got 3 of the storages, or gold storages. We got 3 of the elixir storages. So overall it's not bad. Especially since we were just going for gold. I was hoping to get that last one by having the troops wander up there, but I think the Teslas kind of killed off most of the other troops that I was hoping to get up there. So the split wasn't bad. We can review it really quick, see if there's anything else I could have improved on or changed or whatnot, but I mean overall I think it was still pretty successful. Could have gotten a higher bonus just by getting a higher percentage down, but you know, can't complain. It's 500,000 gold, about 300,000 elixir, and dark elixir I don't care that much about, but 2.5 will keep me above what I spent here. So let's just go over the raid again really quick. So we always want to try to break in from the bottom and the top, so golem followed by 2 wallbreakers. I could tell that the wizard tower wasn't going to hit them because he wasn't targeting the golem, so it was safe to deploy those wallbreakers. So they'll make their way in there. Same thing on top. I probably should have dropped the other golem before I dropped those wizards, just so they wouldn't get hit by that mortar, but that's alright. And then I should have taken out that builder's hut to the left to get all my troops to funnel in, instead of dropping all the wizards and having them backtrack initially. So it also didn't help that that dragon was up for a while, kind of beating on my golems. Either way, they'll work their way inside. Use that first freeze, and I probably should have used that second freeze a little bit earlier, but I think I was waiting for the other Tesla to pop up so I could freeze it right there. And then otherwise it would have been nice if the troops could have moved in a little bit faster to take out that second inferno tower. Just because here it's kind of killing all the wizards and the rest of the giants, which would have been useful for tanking the rest of the base. So, anyways, yeah, I don't think there's much else I could have done about that, unless anybody has any tips or any other approaches that they would have used or thought would have been great for using. Definitely let me know in the comments. And here I just wanted to show you that last attack that I did. Actually worked out really well. I was sitting there. It was the first space that I had found when I hit attack, which doesn't usually come up, but definitely has a lot of loot. I was kind of playing around with the idea of attacking it for the first little bit before I started, but most of the gold storages are on the top right, so we're definitely going to come from that side. I dropped the quakes to be able to break into the middle, and the thing I noticed here was that both inferno towers are pretty close to each other so that we could hit them with one freeze, although I'll miss the first one, or I don't think about it on the first one, which you'll see in a little bit. But anyways, best entrance is probably somewhere around here, so I decided to drop a golem right here, followed by a couple whiz and wall breakers to break in, and then same thing with the golem up there, and a couple whiz and wall breakers to get in, and then everybody else will kind of funnel into the middle. So they'll make their way in here. And they actually split a bit. The giants on the right side went down to the archer tower, the giants on the left side and the golem went up towards the mortar. And there are a couple in the middle, but I ended up freezing the inferno tower just to make sure that the wizards could get in and destroy it without getting completely wiped. I actually ended up using that second freeze a lot quicker than I normally do as well, just because, again, there weren't that many people tanking in the center, so I needed to get in quicker. Anyways, we ended up managing to take out the town hall. And then on that second freeze, I don't know if you guys saw, but I had caught both infernos with that second freeze, so it bought a ton of time for my wizards to take out that town hall. Otherwise, only have the queen left here. We're just trying to get as many percentage points as we can. So she'll go ahead and take out that cannon, and we'll be at 66%. I saved 2 wizards. Heroes kind of just hanging around, figuring out where I should attack. Ended up being a couple buildings right there and a couple buildings right there. I also just realized afterwards that there's a lab I could have attacked up there, but either way, ended up working out. So nice gain in loot. We got pretty much all the storages. We just didn't get all the dark elixir in the center. I don't care about it as much right now because I'm not really looking to farm for my heroes. I really just want to get loot so I can max my defenses and then work on my walls, and then I'll do the heroes in my spare time at some point. So anyways, yeah, I'll try to do some more live raids at some point. Please like and subscribe. If you have any comments or you want to see anything else, please let me know, and I will see you guys next time.